Welcome to today's discussion on a rather unique topic, the intersection of biblical lessons and modern-day financial attitudes. Today we're taking a deep dive into a powerful passage from Deuteronomy, specifically Deuteronomy 8:10-20. This passage, steeped in rich historical context, explores the intriguing theme of arrogance, a trait that can often surface in our financial lives. The verses unfold a narrative where the Israelites are warned against forgetting their divine benefactor in the face of prosperity. This timeless lesson holds a mirror to our current attitudes towards wealth and success. It nudges us to question, do we too forget our humble beginnings when we ascend the ladder of financial success? Do we attribute our prosperity solely to our own efforts, ignoring the role of divine intervention or sheer luck in our journey? Join us as we delve into this fascinating topic. The scripture begins with an emphasis on gratitude for the good land and blessings. This isn't just a nod to the agricultural context of the times, but a timeless principle that applies to our lives today, especially in our financial journeys. Let's unpack this. Imagine you've just received a bonus at work. Your first instinct might be to rush out and spend it. But what if you took a moment to express gratitude first? To appreciate not just the bonus, but the skills, the opportunities, and the efforts that led to it. Gratitude in personal finances is about recognizing the value of every dollar earned and every dollar saved. It's about appreciating the hard work, the wise decisions, the sacrifices made, and even the lessons learned from past mistakes. Consider this. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, started a simple habit. Every time she made a deposit into her savings account, she would take a moment to be thankful for the ability to save. This act of gratitude helped her see her financial progress in a new light. She started to enjoy saving money and watching her wealth grow, rather than seeing it as a chore or a sacrifice. Gratitude, my friends, has the power to transform our perspective on money. It helps us focus on abundance rather than lack, on opportunities rather than obstacles. It motivates us to make better financial decisions, to save more, to give more, and to live more contented lives. Remember, gratitude is the first step towards financial wellness. The passage then warns us against forgetting God in times of prosperity. You see, success can often lead to a sense of self-sufficiency, a feeling that we've achieved everything on our own. This sense of self-made success is a dangerous mindset, as it fosters arrogance and forgetfulness of where our blessings truly come from. Just imagine that you've had an incredible year financially. Your investments are booming, your business is thriving, and your bank account is healthier than ever. It's easy to get caught up in the thrill of it all, to pat yourself on the back and say, look at what I've achieved. But this passage from Deuteronomy reminds us to keep our feet firmly on the ground. The verse warns us that prosperity can lead to arrogance, to forgetting the true source of our blessings. It's a danger that's all too real in today's world of instant gratification and relentless pursuit of wealth. We're surrounded by stories of self-made millionaires and billionaires, people who've built empires from nothing. And while their achievements are certainly impressive, they can also create a false narrative. A narrative that says we are the sole architects of our success. But here's the thing. When we attribute our financial success solely to our own efforts, we risk becoming prideful. We risk forgetting the many factors that contributed to our success. The opportunities we were given, the people who supported us, the circumstances that fell into our favor, and yes, even divine intervention. Pride in our achievements is not inherently bad. In fact, it's important to celebrate our successes. But unchecked pride can lead to arrogance, a sense of invincibility, and ultimately, a disregard for the true source of our blessings. And that, my friends, is a dangerous path to tread. There's a saying that pride comes before a fall, and it rings true in the context of financial success. When we become too proud, too self-assured, we risk making reckless decisions. We risk overlooking the importance of wise financial management, and ultimately we risk losing sight of our blessings and the source from which they flow. So the message here is clear. In the face of financial success, it's vital to remember where our blessings come from. It's essential to keep our egos in check, to remain grateful, and to avoid the trap of arrogance. Because the truth is, our success is not solely our own doing. It's a result of many factors, including divine favor. So it's crucial to stay grounded, even when we're doing well financially. The journey of the Israelites highlights God's faithfulness in providing during difficult times. This takes us back to a time when the Israelites were wandering in the wilderness, a place of scarcity and uncertainty, yet they lacked nothing. It's a story of survival and resilience, but more importantly, it's a testament to God's unwavering faithfulness. In this wilderness, the Israelites were at their weakest, dependent on divine providence for their daily bread. Similarly, in our financial journeys, we often find ourselves in our own versions of the wilderness. It could be a sudden job loss, a business venture gone awry, or an unexpected financial obligation. In these challenging times, it's easy to feel alone and overwhelmed. But let's draw strength from the Israelites' journey. They faced adversity, yes, but they were never alone. They had God's faithfulness as their constant companion. Even in the barren wilderness, they lacked nothing. This same faithfulness is available to us today. In our financial wilderness, when the numbers don't add up and the bills keep piling, we can rely on this same faithfulness. It's not about ignoring the reality of our situation or hoping for a magical money rain. It's about understanding that even in our toughest financial seasons, we're not alone. We have access to a source of strength, wisdom, and resilience that can guide us through. Relying on faith during these tough financial times doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means actively seeking wisdom, making prudent decisions, and trusting that we're not alone in our journey. It's about remembering that just as God was faithful to the Israelites in the wilderness, He is faithful to us in our financial journeys. So as we navigate our financial wilderness, let's remember the Israelites' journey. Let's remember that in their weakest moments, they were provided for. Let's remember that in our weakest moments, we too will be provided for. Let's remember that God's faithfulness is not contingent on our circumstances, but rather, it's a constant we can rely on. In our financial journey, it's important to remember that we're not alone. The scripture also emphasizes the test of humility. This test isn't about shrinking yourself or denying your achievements. It's about understanding that success, especially financial success, doesn't have to breed arrogance. Instead, it can foster gratitude, responsibility, and yes, humility. When the Israelites wandered the desert, they were tested to remain humble despite their adversities. In our context, this could mean staying grounded even when our investments skyrocket, or when we land that coveted promotion. It's easy to let success go to our heads, making us forget the journey it took to get there. Humility in managing wealth is maintaining that perspective. It's remembering the hard work, the failures, the late nights, and the sacrifices. It's acknowledging that your wealth isn't just a product of your efforts, but also of the opportunities you had, the people who supported you, and yes, sometimes even the sheer luck of being in the right place at the right time. So how do we stay humble in financial success? Start by practicing gratitude. Regularly take stock of your blessings and the people who helped you along the way. Use your wealth responsibly. Remember that wealth isn't just about accumulating more for yourself, but also about how you can make a positive impact. Humility, then, is not just a virtue, but a necessity in managing wealth. The passage warns us of the danger of attributing wealth solely to personal effort. We often fall into the trap of thinking that our financial success is a result of our hard work, intelligence, or strategy alone. While these factors play a significant role, it's essential to remember that they are not the sole contributors. The biblical perspective reminds us that it is God who gives us the ability to produce wealth. This isn't a call to passivity, but an invitation to recognize that our capacities, opportunities, and even the strength to work hard are gifts we've received. It's about acknowledging the bigger picture and understanding that our financial prosperity is interwoven with grace, favor, and blessings. So let's challenge ourselves to keep this perspective in mind. Let's remember to acknowledge the source of our financial success, to be grateful for it, and to leverage it for good. We must remember, our ability to produce wealth is a blessing, not solely a product of our labor. As we wrap up, let's reflect on the consequences outlined in the verse for forgetting God. In our financial journey, we've learned to be grateful for blessings, to resist arrogance in prosperity, and to value humility in success. We've been reminded that wealth doesn't solely come from our own efforts. Forgetting these truths may lead to a dangerous path of self-reliance, pride, and eventual downfall. We invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. Thank you for joining us today.